All right, so we're going to jump right into this next episode, and it is the dad identity shift. And this is such an important piece to developing as a dad, as the man that you really want to be, as you are leading your family, as you are working at your job, and loving your wife, loving your kids in every aspect of life. This is a shift that I want you to be able to have, and that all of us are going to struggle with. We struggle with identity, right? We struggle with the idea that we are good enough, or that we are maybe going through this idea of imposter syndrome. It's super real. But you have value to add to the world, and you are the right man to be the dad for your kids, whether biological or it is a blended family. You are the right dad, and you are the right husband for your wife. And so, with all that being said, I want to look at this idea of the dad identity shift. I'm sitting outside on my back patio. Winter is coming to an end here, and so things are starting to get a little warmer, and I love my outdoor office, just sitting on my patio. So that's where I'm at now. But why discipline starts with who you believe you are. And that's what we're going to talk about. And hopefully it makes complete sense to you, but is an encouragement to you and pushes you in the right direction to help you be who you really aim to be. You don't struggle with effort. And that's really the issue I think that we start with. It's not that you struggle with effort. It's that you struggle with identity, who you are. And you are putting in the effort, you're putting in the work, but you just maybe aren't seeing the progress or moving in quickly in the direction at the pace that you want to, because identity is the issue. Most dads are saying things like, I'm trying to get in shape. All right. We want to stop that type of mentality. This is the shift. All right. This is the idea shift in your mind, changing that idea. The trying to identity has got to stop. That's a temporary piece. When I talk to people that I coach, all the dads that I coach, I'm telling them this is not what you're doing in becoming a fit dad, or becoming a dad who's conscious about nutrition, is not a diet. It's not a fad. It's not a temporary phase that you're going through. Trying to is temporary. The trying is not an identity. It's just a phase you're going through, and then eventually you're going to stop trying, or eventually you're going to arrive. I don't think we ever arrive. We continue in the journey. We're trying to change to a sustainable lifestyle. And we're not trying to say, oh, I've got 3 months and I'm going to get better in 3 months, or this year is my year. It's not that. We're changing the who that we are and who we believe we are, not going through phases. Maybe there are phase approaches to fitness and nutrition, but what we're looking for is sustainability. And that's the goal of Dad Tough, is that to not to try to sink our teeth into these fads, that this is the get rich quick idea. We try to bring the get rich quick into the get fit quick and lose weight quick, and have our kids turn out right quick, and have a quick healing to our marriage problems. That doesn't work. We're looking for sustainability and consistency, and changing your identity, who you believe you are, is going to help to start launching you into that sustainable lifestyle. When life gets busy, phases will disappear, but identity remains, who you believe you are. And if you believe bad things about yourself, you believe lies about yourself, that is what's going to remain as well, your identity. But if you believe those positive things, or you're reinforcing your life with the I am statements, you may not truly be where you want to be. I don't think any of us are. None of us have arrived really where we long to be. But we say these things to ourselves to get to that point. The real shift happens when you're saying things like, I am a disciplined man. All right, instead of I'm trying to be disciplined, or I'm trying to work out, or I'm trying to get fit, or I'm trying to rear my kids. None of that. I am a confident dad who knows what's best for his kids. I am a loving husband who sees the needs of my wife first. That's the shift. All right. Instead of, I don't understand her. She's so different from me. My kids don't do what I say. None of that. We want to believe in these I am statements, that I am a disciplined man. I can do these things, not I hope so or I'm trying to. Here's the cycle that I want you to get into. Identity drives behavior. Now, you may already be in this cycle, but you may be saying the wrong I am statements. Identity drives behavior, but then your behavior reinforces the identity. So I say, I am a disciplined man, but then I sit on the couch and I don't pitch in or help. I get home from work, I'm tired, so I prop my feet up in the recliner and I make everybody wait on me. That is not, I am a disciplined man. Identity drives behavior. You say the identity, I am a disciplined man, and then in that discipline, you are getting up in the morning, maybe early, so you can have time in devotion, and so that you can meal prep for your day, or so that you can get to the gym or get a run in before you get to work. And then you work your day as a disciplined man. You come back and you are giving what you have to your family. Not your leftovers, but the best that you can give to your family. So your identity drives behavior, but then the behavior reinforces that identity, and you begin to believe in that man that you say you are. If you see yourself as out of shape, inconsistent, busy, and overwhelmed, then you act like it. All right? That point is driven clear. But if you see yourself as disciplined, strong, accountable, the leader of your home, you will rise toward those identities. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to get out of the mindset that you aren't enough or that you don't know how. Start taking steps toward these identities. And you may not have all the answers. None of us have all of the answers. But we seek out coaches, right? We find people who will invest in us. Maybe it's a pastor. Maybe it's your father who may be still living. Maybe it's a friend, a confidant. It's your wife that you confide in. And maybe you're hiring a fitness coach, or you're hiring a life coach, or you have people that can speak into your life to move you in the direction of these I am statements that you are striving toward, but maybe have not reached yet. Your kids are watching. So it's not about your words, it's about your standards. And those standards, honestly, those are your actions. You only believe in that which moves you to action. You realize that, right? You only believe in those things that actually move you. Okay, you know the bills are due, so you go to work. All right? You believe in the things that move you to action. And your kids are watching. They are seeing what you believe in, not what you say you believe. They will see a contradiction of your actions versus what your words say. And that contradiction is a difficulty for children and for families and for your wife who's watching, for people who are looking from the outside. And it is hard for you then to believe in your identity statements of I am a disciplined man when your actions don't speak that. The dad identity shift is this. We stop asking, how do I get motivated? And we start asking, what would a disciplined dad do? All right. You remember the years ago, the popular expression and still have bracelets and things and bookmarks that say WWJD, what would Jesus do? That's kind of this idea here, is that start asking, what would a disciplined dad do? All right. I am a disciplined dad. So what would a disciplined dad do? Well, you answer those questions on a daily. I won't go through a litany and describe all of the areas of your life. You know the areas of your life, and probably as I've been speaking, you already know the end of this video. You already understand this video. I'm just sharing to kind of bring more things to your mind. But the identity shift is when you stop asking these questions of how do I get motivated. We're not trying to be motivated, all right? Motivation, as I've said before, it comes and goes. It is an emotion that is up and down. We want to know, what does a disciplined dad do? Well, a disciplined dad does it even when it's hard, when he's not motivated, when he doesn't feel good. We just keep plowing forward, plowing ahead, and living in that I am statement of I am disciplined. A disciplined dad trains even when it's hard. He chooses protein first in his meals. He keeps his commitments, adjusts instead of quitting. Okay, maybe that last one is super important for you, is that you feel like just quitting when you get discouraged. I feel that way at times too. But the disciplined part in my head that says, you're a disciplined dad. You don't quit. You adjust. You make amends. You change things. I need to change instead of quitting. And so I'm challenging you in the same way, that be this disciplined dad. This isn't about having abs, all right? The Dad Tough creating here is not just about fitness, all right? It is part of a passion of mine, but the passion of mine is that dads stop struggling in the I don't know how and have a sustainable way forward to be able to take control of their health. I want you to be around for your kids for the long haul. I don't want you to have to stop playing basketball with them in the driveway because you've gotten old and out of shape. I don't want them to have regrets later on saying, yeah, my dad didn't ever do this, or my dad couldn't do this, or maybe pass off the scene earlier than your time because you didn't take control of your life. I know I'm being a little bit morbid here, but I want to drive the point forward that it's not about having abs. It's not about having big biceps. That is certainly a benefit and a part of the process. But what you're longing to do and what I'm longing to do for my family is to be present with them and to be around for the long haul with them. It's about this alignment of the body, mind, and leadership, that you are helping your family go to the next level, help your kids get to their goals, and be for your wife what she needs you to be. And getting fit, getting in shape is a byproduct of this, but it is certainly not the end goal. The end goal is that you be the present dad and husband for your family, so that they have someone they know they can depend on and rely on, and you are showing up as your best self for them. Fitness can't just be a hobby. It must become part of your standards if you're going to be a fit dad. All right, if you're going to take control of your life, and as you age, I know for me, when I turned 37, I started gaining weight. That was a shocker for me. By 39, I finally decided to do something about it. But for 2 years, you may be in that same scenario right now, for that 2 year period of like, oh, I'm struggling, or I'm getting heavy, or I'm gaining weight. Or maybe you've let it go on for a lot longer than even 2 years, but the reality is there. You see it. So in this example of a part of a piece to the puzzle, it can't just be a hobby. All right, it has to become part of your standards. It's who you are, your identity. That I am a dad who stays in shape. I'm a dad who keeps my body in subjection. I'm a dad who eats properly so I can fuel my body for the long run and not just for a short diet until I lose this many pounds. And the same has to be true with your time with your family. Family time is not just an evening that you set aside once a month or once a week even. Your family is important all the time, every day, and they need to know that you believe that's important, that they're important to you. You don't need another plan, all right? You need a higher identity. I believe in plans. I believe you can execute better with a plan, all right? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So I believe in plans, but you don't need another plan. Dad, I think you know what to do, but you have not believed that you're the man to do it. And I believe right now you need to decide, This is my identity. I am a dad who shows up for his kids. I do not let my wife down on promises that I make. I am a disciplined father. I am diligent at my job. I am honest and I have integrity. I'm a hard worker. I am a fit father. And you may not be yet, but you can be. And you believe in these I am statements. Finally, and I'll close with this, I know this has gone a little bit long, raise your standards, shift your identity. This is the mindset that your family needs, all right? You can be this dad that takes control, is dad tough, knows that you're built for more. I am built for more. And you are enough, and you're what your family needs. I hope this is a help to you, and I hope it challenges you as you move forward in leading your family well.